for over half my life. And so again, I've watched Isagenix grow since the very beginning. And back in 2002, when the company first started, I was, again, 14 years old, and I was what they call a very rebellious, stubborn teenager. Yes. Now, any of you have rebellious, stubborn teenagers, or you were? Yeah, have or had, yep, okay. Or you were once one? Yeah. So that was me. So my parents were starting Isagenix in 2002, and I was actually pursuing a career in professional golf before Isagenix. Literally from the age of 8 to 22 years old, that's all I did. Ate, slept, drank, dreamed all about golf. That's what I wanted to do. When I was 14, I was rebellious, stubborn, and my poor parents were starting this company, and I literally used to bring home products from other companies to really just tick them off. I would go get like the massive weight gainer 8,000 that you find at the Muscle Max shop or whatever it is. And I used to think the bigger and more jacked the guy was on the front, the bigger and more jacked I was going to get. And that's what I did. And I did that for about 3 years, from about the age of 14 to 17 years old. And I watched my mom's blood start to boil and smoke coming out of my dad's ears. And I did that for a while, but I kind of got my first clue when I entered university. I was 18 years old, and I watched my best friend, who was a year older than me, I watched him put on about 20 kilos in his first 6 months of university, going to school, and it was not good weight. And he was on what's called the pizza and beer diet. Anybody ever been on that diet? Anybody still on that diet? Okay, there we go. Right there. Fun diet. That's a fun diet, I'm going to be honest. But not conducive to the body that we all want. And going through school, university, it's one of the most fun times of your life. Without a doubt, probably the most toxic. Would we agree? And so I was kind of adamant that I did not want that to happen to me. So that's when I decided to really start taking the Isagenix products consistently, because I saw it as a way to really be kind of a foundation for wellness while I was going through school, so that I would always have kind of a nice foundation to be consuming and still go out and have freedom and have fun and all that stuff that university brings as well. But have that foundation to always fall back upon. And so was on the products instantly when I started taking the product consistently, more energy, mental clarity, focus. They helped me big time on the golf course. I actually put on about 8 kilos of lean muscle mass. I've always been kind of a hard gainer, and the products really helped me in the gym. So that was awesome. And I did that for about 2.5 years, and then my parents sat me down going into my 3rd year of university, and they said, we want to support you in pursuing your career of professional golf. Like, we're 100% behind you, but don't count on us when you graduate to be your sponsors. So basically, we're cutting you off when you graduate. So don't be coming to us for money anymore. And but they said, but look at Isagenix as a vehicle that you've already got a great product experience. You're around all of these college students that desperately need this nutrition and are in potentially need of kind of a supplementary stream of income that they can kind of build on top of what they're already doing as university students. And so look at this as a way where you can create an asset for yourself. You've got 2 years left of school, so by the time you graduate, you'll be in a position where you can go out and pursue your dream and sponsor yourself. And my dad, in particular, said, if you want to join us later on in your life in Isagenix, I know you don't want to now, but if you ever want to later, know that you have to build an Isagenix business first. You have to know what an associate goes through. You have to be in the trenches. You got to know what it takes to build a team and really learn what this is all about. And I think that's one of the cool things that separates my parents from a lot of other owners of some network marketing companies is that they've been in an associate's shoes. They know what people go through, and that's their passion. And so So I did that the last 2 years of school, was able to form a team of motivated young people that were kind of sports-minded like me, into health. We used to host little meetings in the apartment complex that I was at. We'd rent out the little room, and that's where my passion really got ignited for young people, really needing not only the health benefits, but the culture, the additional streams of income that Isagenix can bring into young people's lives, and really, creating freedom for young people. So that's when I initially saw it. But after 2 years, golf wasn't really going to work out. I was in a time in my life where I was getting really burnt out, and I decided to join my parents full-time in Isagenix about 8 years ago. But I was still very, very, I held a huge weight on my shoulders. Because those of you who know my mom and dad, I'm going to talk about them in a second, but they're incredible people, and they've done extraordinary things in the world. And how many of you agree those are like big shoes to fill? Yeah, I mean, I would I felt like I just had this boulder on my shoulders, and, pursuing a professional sport, and growing up with my mom and dad, I was always really hard on myself. I was always constantly striving to be better and be perfect, and just wearing a lot of masks. I was afraid of change. I'd held on to golf for my entire life. And it really wasn't until I started to experience this culture that we have here. I mean, I got a great product experience, started doing some cool things in the business. But once I really got in touch with the culture of people and the values that this company represents, for those of you who have been around Isagenix for some time, just shout out some of the things that you think about when you think about the Isagenix culture. What are some one-word call-outs? Family. Passion. Integrity.
Authentic.
Fun.
Authentic.
Big hearts. Authenticity.
No compromise.
Community. No compromise. Integrity. Contribution. Fun. Purpose. And transformation. And when I started getting immersed into that culture, it's kind of like I started to, all of these masks that I was hiding behind just kind of started to go away, and I realized I could embrace my imperfect, goofy self and just not care what the heck everybody thinks of me. And I truly feel that Isagenix brings out the best in people. And people are looking for a culture like this. And this culture is one of the best products that we have in Isagenix. This is why we have our values all along the walls here. Fun, health, leadership development, freedom. When you get people in this environment, the best comes out of them. How many of you, one of the biggest side benefits since you've joined Isagenix is just all the remarkable people that you made and the friendships that you've made? It's like people are like, I got involved for the products initially, and then I just started doing the business a little bit, sharing with people, but it was the community, it was the friendships, it was the relationships, and being just around positive, inspiring people, that's been the best part. It really, really has. And, the world needs it now more than ever. I mean, we are creating a positive environment in a pretty negative world right now. Would you agree? Yeah. So, if you love being a part of the Isagenix culture, just make some noise. So, the culture is the best, and I feel like it's my responsibility into the future generations of Isagenix to just always be a custodian of this culture. That's, I feel like, my greatest responsibility that I could do for the company, is just making sure that these values are always intact. Because I think it's the best thing we got going. So we started in 2002 that I mentioned. We've been around for 16 years. We actually just celebrated our 16-year anniversary last week. So we're very, very proud of that. So this is not some company that you're joining that is just getting, its feet off the ground in the first 6 months. We have built a rock solid foundation. We're open in 16 countries now. This is our global headquarters. It's actually in Gilbert, Arizona in the U.S. That's kind of the global hub of Isagenix. How many of you anybody been to that building? A few people. It houses over 850 employees that are working for the Isagenix family every single day. But in each of our markets, we also have other offices, like right here in Sydney, in Macquarie Park, we have an office where we have about, I think about 65 full-time employees working to support Australia and New Zealand, and many of them are in the room tonight. So any of the corporate team, I think you're in the back, just stand up, give it up for our awesome team that works around the clock. How many of you have been to our Sydney office? Yeah, it's the best. We actually run these types of meetings every single week, every Thursday night, I believe. We have meetings like this at our at our Sydney headquarters. We're actually going to do this event there tonight, but then we blew the doors open and we had to get a bigger room. That's a good thing. So we've done over $5 billion in cumulative sales in 16 years. So we are a pretty substantial company, and really all those numbers equate to are just more and more lives that are being changed on the Isagenix products. Last year we had our biggest year in history, where we did $954 million just last year. Our biggest and strongest year that we've ever had. So it's an exciting time to be part of this awesome company, and we are going to continue to expand around the world. We just announced that we will be opening up in Belgium and Spain, which is coming next, which I know a lot of people are excited about. So again, that's just a glimpse of our global headquarters there in Gilbert. So this is the why of Isagenix. We have a vision, and this vision started 16 years ago. And our vision is to impact world health. We just think about that for a second. Impact world health. And free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. How many of you are proud to be a part of a vision like that? So we also want to build not only the largest health and wellness company in the world, but more importantly, the most trusted and most respected health and wellness company in the world. You know, a company that our children would be proud of and inspired by. This vision, and this is what gets me up early in the morning, keeps me up late into the night, is thinking about all the lives that we're impacting physically, financially, emotionally in Isagenix. I mean, I do a lot of traveling on the road. The thing that keeps me going, because again, sometimes getting on airplanes and stuff, it gets tiring. But my fuel is showing up to events like this and meeting all the people who are experiencing extraordinary results, and literally people coming up and just shaking me, telling me what an impact this company has had in their life. I mean, that is literally the battery that fuels me. And, it's just so fulfilling. I know it's the battery that fills my parents every single day. And so this vision was started by John Anderson and my parents in 2002. Now, John Anderson, he is our master formulator and the founder of Isagenix. And a little bit about John Anderson is before Isagenix, he actually worked for a lot of different companies. He actually worked for, I think, close to 600 different companies and formulated over 2,300 products for these other companies. Everybody go, whoa. Well, that's a lot of products for a lot of companies. Now, one of the things that always frustrated John is the companies that he worked for were always compromising the integrity of the ingredients. So basically, John would he'd go do his formulations, he'd come to the company and say, this is the product I think we need to bring to the market, and the companies would laugh at John and say, John, this is way too expensive. We have to put something artificial in here, something, to just make this cheaper and to, increase our margins and stuff like that. And that always frustrated John. He never really felt like he could maximize his formulation potential with the companies that he worked for. And so when he founded Isagenix, it was his vision to produce no compromise products that would really produce real results. And he partnered with my mom and dad back in 2002 because he knew their experience in the industry of network marketing. Now, for those of you who are new to network marketing is kind of word of mouth marketing. It's really all it is. And don't you think that that's a good way to share things that we love and actually be able to get paid for that? Is that a good thing? Yeah. Awesome. We're going to go into some of the benefits of that later, but My dad has over 35 years experience in this network marketing profession. My mom's got over 25 years experience. But one of the things that frustrated them was some network marketing companies that they work for letting them down. How many of you have ever heard a horror story or been a part of a horror story in network marketing? Yeah. The truth is that there is good and bad with any industry. Is that right? Yeah. There's, great restaurants out there. There's great, certain companies out there, and there's bad companies out there. And unfortunately, there's, some network marketing companies that have poisoned the industry because of empty promises, owners of companies not really caring about people. But my parents started this company with the sole intention to give back because they knew what a powerful profession this was when it was done the right way with integrity, but they just never really felt like they could hang their ladder on the right company that really matched their core values. So they really felt like this was their chance, that they could be the one captaining the ship and build a company that they, that was all based around integrity and the right values. All the right people would show up. John, my mom and dad, all three of them were retired before Isogenics. John was retired because he was sick and tired of companies wanting to compromise the integrity of ingredients. My parents were retired because they loved network marketing, but they were so sick and tired of companies letting them down. And the three of them kind of converged and they said, let's build a company that can really be, that will fulfill the promise of this profession and really be a home for life for people. And my mom and dad, they literally, they don't have to be doing this after 16 years anymore. They don't. But they continue to do this every single day because it's their total passion, and it's all about the next life that's going to be changed through this remarkable company. I mean, my mom, she's on calls and freaking working on Sunday mornings. This is pretty much all we talk about at our family dinner is Isogenics. That's just the reality. This is our passion, and it's what fills us up. So, and that's what you need, though. You need, when you're aligning yourself with a company, you need owners that have experience in this industry. It's so important. So, there are some big mega trends happening in the world today. And first off, how many of you would agree that there's a health crisis going on around the world? What are some of the things that you're seeing as far as kind of like alarms that are going off in the health world, just global crises? Obesity. Childhood obesity. That's a big one. Diabetes. Crash dieting. Yep. Heart disease. What else? Depression. Stress. Anybody have stress? Physical stress, financial stress, emotional stress. Yeah, there's a big health crisis. Now, the scary thing is we pour billions of dollars into our healthcare industries around the world globally, but we continue to get sicker as a society. And it's because we're kind of stuffing our faces with this bankrupt, empty nutrition that's very, very toxic. But there's these mega trends going on in the world. Weight loss is obviously one of them. People are spending billions of dollars on trying to, do the latest and greatest weight loss fix or crash diet, all that stuff. Energy. People are spending tons of money trying to get more energy. Performance. How many of you have joined a gym or are members of a gym? CrossFit, yoga, Pilates, all that stuff. People are spending money on these things. Healthy aging is a big one. Where I'm from in Scottsdale, Arizona, people really spend a lot of money on on healthy aging. It's crazy. And then wealth creation, something called the U economy. People now, today, more than ever, are looking for additional streams of income. Uber drivers, that's part of the U economy. People that are looking for doing something alongside that they're already doing so that they can generate an additional stream of income that can help them pay off some, maybe nagging bills that they're getting at the end of each month. How many of you would like to pay off like some nagging bills that you get at the end of every month? Who here knows people that could use an extra $500 extra a month? That would make a massive difference in most people's families. So these are our Isogenic solutions. And our health solutions, we have solutions for weight loss or weight wellness. energy, performance, and healthy aging. Who here fits into at least one or more of those categories? Yeah, awesome. So, and we have a system of products that kind of address these 4 issues. So I'm going to go into briefly some in-depth about the Isagenix products in our system. But the first thing I want to get across is kind of our no-compromise commitment to our products and products that are really backed by science. And one thing that's really evident of this is the testing that goes into all of our products. So we purchase all of the raw materials that are going into our products, all of these ingredients, all the raw materials we purchase, and then we test these raw materials for pesticides, for herbicides, for microbial activity, for heavy metals that may be in the products. We test it for all that stuff to make sure that it doesn't have any of that. Then the raw materials are sent to our manufacturers to make the product, and then they're sent back to Isagenix to retest again to make sure that there's none of that crap in there, and to actually show or to prove what's in the label, or what's on the label is actually in the product. We spend probably about $3 to $4 million every single year on that process, testing our products, because safety, integrity, and products that are backed by science is the #1 commitment of this company. Would you agree that's a good thing? Yeah. And this is the foundation of what's made Isagenix successful. Of all the people in Isagenix right now, 83% of all the people in Isagenix are just taking the product. They're buying, using, and reordering our products every single month. 17% are using the products and they've chosen to go share with other people. But 83%, we are a product-driven, customer-driven company, and that sets us up to be a long-term sustainable business model, because it really is all about these products. You agree that's important? Yeah. So now we are not a drug company, so we can't claim that we diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease at all. But we do know that when you start feeding the body what it needs, the body then starts to become the miracle, and it starts to behave and function the way it's supposed to function. Yes? Agree? Awesome. So just had to make that disclaimer again. We can't diagnose, cure, prevent any disease, but put the products in your body, listen to your body. I mean, we're going to go into ingredients and all that stuff, but the best judge of if the products work is just by listening to your body. So our first product that I probably could not live without is our Isoline shake. So how many of you started your day with a shake this morning? Okay, love it. How many of you love the chocolate mint shake? Okay, anybody want it? Okay, boom, right there. Credit for what you get when you sit in the front. Okay, so our shake, this is, like, in my opinion, this is kind of like the perfect food. Again, as I mentioned, our food today is sprayed with so many chemicals: pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, insecticides. That's a lot of side. Okay, does anybody know what side means? In Latin, it means death. They're literally spraying death on our food, and as a result, the food is nutritionally bankrupt, our soil is nutritionally bankrupt, it's mineral deficient, and so it's very hard to get what we need from our food today to really stay healthy. And so we need nutrient-dense superfoods to fuel us, and this is kind of like a very convenient superfood that is a food. It's got all the essential fats, low glycemic carbohydrates, sugar. Your body needs sugar to function. This product has 24 grams of undenatured whey protein. So the whey protein that we get from the cows is not injected with any steroids, antibiotics, or growth hormones. Is that good? Yeah, so it's literally the cleanest source of whey protein that you can get on the planet, filled with all the branched chain amino acids to support lean muscle development. We also have that's our whey-based shake. We also have a dairy-free plant-based shake. How many dairy-free, plant-based peeps do we have? So we've got our dairy-free shakes. Yeah. I mean, is this okay? This is what I started here. Okay, who wants it? Right here. Okay. So we've got our dairy-free, plant-based shake that is suitable for people who are lactose intolerant, suitable for vegetarians, vegans. I mean, I know, like the vegan scene, we spend a lot of time in Bondi. I mean, everybody's vegan. It's just crazy. It's like vegan, plant-based, everything. My wife's a vegan, and she's literally in my ear every single day before we go to bed at night, talking about how we need more and more and more plant-based options, and we're getting there. Because the world is only going more plant-based. It's not going the other way. So, by the way, do we have literally, I mean, some of the plant-based things that you taste out there on the market, shakes, I mean, you have to do the plug, Chuck, okay? Is this not the best tasting vegan shake on the planet? So, the protein that we get from our dairy-free plant-based shake is from pea and brown rice protein. So there's no soy in our products. So again, an amazing amino acid profile in the shake. And we have chocolate and vanilla in our plant-based shake. There are some additional flavors coming soon. So you can expect those. But with our whey-based shake, we have chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and we just released chocolate mint. And Too Legit to Quit, the chocolate mint. And we also have some seasonal flavors that are unveiled over the course of the year. What's your favorite seasonal flavor? Passion fruit, mocha, peach mango, yep.
Caramel.
Salted caramel. You got one coming pretty soon in a couple months that is like so specific to the Aussie market. You're gonna dig it. You're gonna dig it. It's like a big tease. So anyway, our first pillar of health is this is such a phenomenal food. It tastes incredible. They're so convenient. You can get them in a canister, or you can get them in convenient sachets for on the go. How many of you? Anybody here travel a lot?
Yeah.
How easy is it to eat healthy when you travel now? I mean, it's the backbone of everything I do. I don't know. I literally don't know what I would do without my shakes and some of the other product while I'm on the road traveling. It's crazy. So anyway, that's our shake. Next, we have our cleanse for life. So, did you ever think you could get a room full of people who get that reaction when I say the word cleanse? Now, cleansing. A lot of people, when they hear the word cleansing, they get the big X's going up. And you can already see some of the guests. It's do not talk to me about doing the poopy cleanse. You think you're going to be sitting on the can 24/7 doing the poopy cleanse. This is not the poopy cleanse. Now, I always joke around that you do urinate a lot, so it could be the pee-pee cleanse. But it's not the poopy cleanse. So, there's no diuretics, there's no laxatives in our Cleanse for Life. And I'm not sure if anybody's noticed, but literally in the last year or two, intermittent fasting has become the total, everybody's talking about intermittent fasting. It's become the mega trend of the planet right now. We've been talking about this for 16 years. Back in 2002, John Anderson, when he formulated these products, it was all about making one of the staples of the Isogenics program around intermittent fasting because of the health benefits that go back so many years. And so this is a key component of our system, intermittent fasting. Now, this is not some cleanse that you're going to do for 28 days in a row and starve yourself and lose all your muscle and all that stuff. You're not going to have to go through that. The most you'll ever cleanse on an isogenic system is 2 days. How many? 2 days in a row. Some people just do a 1-day cleanse, and that's awesome. How many of you do a 1-day cleanse? Okay. How many of you do a 2-day deep cleanse? Yeah. Awesome. So, again, because of our environment that we're exposed to, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, it's filled with a lot of toxicity. So it's so necessary to cleanse the body of a lot of the impurities that we're exposed to. And so many of the ingredients in here, it's just packed with natural botanicals that that help the body's detoxification process. So we've got turmeric in there. I mean, everybody's talking about turmeric. I mean, you go to turmeric. Turmeric. That's my American accent. Turmeric. But I mean, they got turmeric lattes now. They got everything. It's been in our product for 16 years. We've got ashwagandha in there. Again, just nutrient-rich botanicals that make this. This is a mild cleanse. It's a lymphatic cellular cleanse. Now, how many of you, the day after a cleanse, you have like insane amounts of energy? It's crazy. Day two is actually a lot easier than day one, in my opinion. But like day 3, when you're done cleansing, I mean, it feels like your body, you wake up just feeling so nourished, so vital, so grounded and connected. I mean, who here like enjoys cleansing now? Yeah. It's a key component of our system. And of course, one of the side benefits of cleansing is if you have weight to release, there's a huge side benefit with intermittent fasting, but while still holding on to your lean muscle tissue, which is huge. So that's our Cleanse for Life. Now our next product is Ionic Supreme. Now this is, yeah. This is where it started. Right here. All right, so our Ionic Supreme, John Anderson, our master formulator, he kind of calls this his crown jewel product. And because we're in Oz here, I know because my wife's an Aussie, you guys have like the highest standards of health on the planet. And Aussies are fussy. I mean, you're fussy. And I can say that because my wife's Aussie, and she'll go to the cafe and she'll literally check, she'll ask to see the almond milk behind the counter to make sure it doesn't have any crap in it. Okay? And so I want to go into a little bit of the story about Ionic Supreme. And one of the key components in Ionic Supreme is what are called adaptogenic herbs. How many of you have heard the term adaptogens? Okay, again, you hear the word adaptogens everywhere now. I mean, it's like, again, I'm in Bondi a lot. I mean, it's just adaptogens all over the place. Now, kind of a cool story. Adaptogens really kind of came on the scene and really started getting researched back in the 1960s. And there's a guy by the name of Dr. Israel Breckman who actually led a team of scientists in the former Soviet Union, and the whole team was just researching the effects that adaptogens had on the human body. And they were actually able to really show how adaptogens can help buffer the body's reaction to stress, how it increased mental and physical performance, how adaptogens reduce fatigue, and they actually put together a group of people who were under very stressful conditions. So people that were astronauts, people that were going on long sailing trips across the Atlantic, high endurance performance athletes really putting their body under a lot of stress. And they tested these adaptogens on all these individuals, and they were able to prove through a lot of studies that adaptogens have such a positive effect on the body of, again, reducing fatigue, mental and physical clarity and performance. And back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, the Soviets actually used adaptogens with their Olympians in the Olympics. And the Soviets were winning a lot of the medals. But in 1991, when the Soviet Union collapsed, for so long, this research was really kept tight to the chest because they didn't want to share it, all these secrets out to the wider world. But when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, my dad actually took a trip over to Russia to really study what was going on with some of these Olympic athletes and all this research. And he actually met with Dr. Israel Israel Breckman. That's actually a picture of them in, I think it was like one of the spaceships that they were doing research on against some astronauts. And my dad got so passionate about bringing adaptogens to the Western world. And that was back in like 1991, 1992 era. And so when Isogenics started in 2002, my dad and John Anderson kind of shared both of their passions with adaptogens, and that's when John formulated Ionic Supreme that is just nourished with all of these powerful adaptogens that make up Ionic Supreme. Cool story? So again, all this stuff, you see adaptogens everywhere. Kind of a cool backstory about how a lot of these adaptogens started entering and started becoming a trend in the world, going back to Dr. Breckman's research, who is again known as the godfather of adaptogens. But kind of in summary, with Ionic Supreme, in simplest forms, adaptogens help you adapt to the situation that you're in your life. So all you really need is like a shot glass full of Ionic Supreme in the morning, and the adaptogens will actually start to recognize that you're waking up and that you're moving around, you're getting active, and it'll start to increase your energy levels, mental clarity, acuity, focus. How many of you are experiencing greater energy since you've been taking Ionic Supreme? Yeah. Maybe, how many of you feel like it's helping manage some stress in your life? Without a doubt. Now, if you take Ionic Supreme like a few minutes before your head hits the pillow at night, again, the adaptogens will kick in and you will sleep like a baby. Anybody sleeping better with Ionic Supreme? But the key is consistently taking this product. That's the key, really with all the Isogenics products, is the consistency. And one thing I forgot to mention, this is a lifestyle program. This is not something that you go on for 30 days and then you're all good. And you're going to go back to your old ways and you're going to expect to be healthy for life. It's just like going to the gym. If you go to the gym for 30 days in a row, you're going to get a lot more fit, a lot more healthy, start feeling better. But if you quit, are you going to maintain those results? No. Same thing. You put these Isogenics products in your body for 30 days, 60 days, you're going to start feeling a lot better. But the key is consistently taking these products for life. That's the key. People ask me, how long do I have to take these products? Well, how long do you actually want to feel good and be healthy? If you want to feel good for 30 days, just take them for 30 days. But if you want to feel good and vibrant and healthy for the rest of your life, then I would advise that you take these for the rest of your life. Has anybody been on the products and then, for whatever reason, you started traveling and you ran out? And you forget how good you actually felt when you were on the product? Yeah. That's what we call isopanic. When you run out of product. So anyway, Ionic Supreme, another product can't live without. And then we have our This is not. I don't know what time it is, but this is not a good idea. Okay. So our E-Shots, this is a product that I'm very, very passionate about. And this really came about because there are a lot of toxic energy drinks out on the market. This came from an experience where I was going to university and I literally watched people come into the study hall at the university slugging in these 12 packs of energy drinks just so they could stay up during the night and cram for a test. I cannot believe some of the stuff that people put in their body. If you actually read the label on the stuff that you can get at the local petrol station, it's pretty scary. So this is kind of a healthy alternative to all of that garbage that's out there on the market. This is filled with natural forms of caffeine that come from green tea and yerba mate. So there's nothing synthetic about this product. They taste great. We have a raspberry flavor and also a lemon lime flavor that we just launched. I know people are excited about. So again, no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners in this product. You're not going to find that in any of the Isogenics products. So anyway, the eShot also has adaptogens in the eShot. We've got adaptogens in the eShot, in the Ionics, and also we have adaptogens in our Cleanse for Life as well. So one of my favorite products. How many of you use it for like a pre-workout? Yeah? Afternoon pick-me-up? Okay, awesome. 8 p.m. like event, not recommended. Okay. So we also have our Isoline Pro Shake. Now, this is going more into the performance. If you're looking for a little bit additional amounts of protein, this one has 36 grams of undenatured whey protein. So if you're looking to put on some more lean mass in the gym, or you're just looking to maybe feel a little fuller, longer, our Isoline Pro Shake is a great option for performance. We also have an entire amped line of products for athletes, whether you are a weekend warrior athlete, whether you are like a high-performing Olympic level athlete. We have a pre-workout with creatine in it. We've got a Amped Recover with branched chain amino acids. We've got our Amped Hydrate, which is kind of like an electrolyte drink. We've got our Amped Nox, which is like beet juice that really helps with blood flow in the body and helps optimize performance. So our Amped range, if you're an athlete looking to take your performance to the next level, how many of you have tried the Amped? Yeah, phenomenal, no compromise products. And again, a lot of the stuff that you find out there out on the market, it's like just stuffed with so many artificial sweeteners and all this stuff. You're not going to find any of that stuff in the ingredients of our Isogenics products. Quickly, we have our essentials. We've got our daily packs. I got our women's. We got our men's here. Oh, here we go. I got. All right. We'll get you some. We've got our complete essentials. So these are kind of like our multivitamin packs. So I don't know if anybody's had experience like sorting your pills for 20 minutes in the morning. It's a pain. These come in convenient AM and PM packs. They have all your essential vitamins for the day. We've got an incredible product in there called Ageless Actives. It's got CoQ10, which is great for heart health, that you actually produce naturally in your body, but your production of it really starts to diminish when you hit the age of 40. And so CoQ10, we have an ingredient in there called resveratrol, which is kind of like the good stuff that you find in red wine. That's why they say the French live a very long time. So we've got the Ageless Actives in there. So again, these vitamin convenient AM and PM gender specific packs that we have for our products as well. We have quickly Isogenesis Product B. So quickly, we feel like with this product, there's been a lot of research on a word out there in the scientific community right now, and the word is called telomeres. Everybody say that. Telomeres. And telomeres, in short, are the strands of DNA on the ends of our chromosomes that actually shorten as we age. And so when we're born, we have long, healthy telomeres, and as we continue to age, our telomeres get shorter and shorter and shorter, and then eventually we die off of old age. And so this product B, Isogenesis, along with our entire system, is designed to support telomeres. And what I can say is, without making any claims, we really feel like we are putting the brakes on human aging with this product. Would you agree? Yeah. It's an amazing product. I would encourage you to just Google the word telomeres. And we started this research 5 or 6 years ago and have gotten a lot of attention for this one product. So it's just an amazing product. So I want to keep moving. We could spend, what are some of your other favorite products? Our Isodelites. Yes, healthy chocolates. There's 3 boxes up there. I gotta give some away in the back. There we go. There you go. All right. We got our Isolytes that assist people during their cleanse days, without a doubt. The Thai sweet chili whey thins. We got those up here. Thai sweet chili harvest thins. I would say whey thins. So those are our harvest thins. Again, a very healthy snack that's also plant-based and vegan. Our bars, we've got bars that are phenomenal. We've got a whole range of products, again, that address those solutions that we talked about: weight wellness, energy, performance, and healthy aging. And it really is the system. It's the system of products that work synergistically together. So, my dad, when they were starting Isagenix, they said, one of the questions that he first asked John Anderson was, what's kind of like the one thing that the world needs, as far as health? Like, what's the one product or whatever? And John said to my dad, there's no one product. It's a system of products that work synergistically together with nourishing the body with an optimal food like our shake. Cleansing the body in intermittent fasting with our Cleanse for Life. Getting the body exposed to these adaptogens that help with, mental clarity and focus. Supporting the body's response to oxidative stress and supporting people's telomeres with our Isogenesis and our Product B. It's the whole system of products that works together. It's not just one product. So would you all agree with that? Yeah. Huge part of it. So we have some clinical studies that have been done on our products. And quickly, we did a study of Isagenix, the Isagenix system, versus the leading heart-healthy diet out there on the market. And a heart-healthy diet, basically, if you go to your doctor and say that you want to lose weight, your doctor will get you on this leading heart-healthy diet. So we put Isagenix up to the test against the leading heart-healthy diet. This was done by the University of Chicago, Illinois, in the U.S. And it was an 8-week study. And people that took the Isagenix products versus people who were on the leading heart-healthy diet, in terms of weight loss, had 56% more weight loss with Isagenix, 47% more fat loss with Isagenix, and the last one is the most profound one, twice as much visceral fat loss. Visceral fat is the real dangerous fat around the organs that gets people into a lot of trouble. And so, 8-week study, Isagenix versus the leading heart-healthy diet. Are those good results? Yeah. Which is awesome. We also did another study led by Dr. Paula Arciero from the Skidmore College. And this was a 12-week study, a similar study, very similar results, but the most impressive thing was we did a 52-week maintenance study to show what were the effects of the people that continued to use Isagenix versus those people who were on still a leading kind of heart-healthy diet maintenance program for 52 weeks. And the results were like exactly the same. And one of the coolest things is that the weight loss was there, but lean body mass actually went up in the study, which is like unheard of. A lot of times when you lose weight or you go on a diet, you lose weight, but you also lose your lean body mass. We've got the Skidmore College studies to show that people not only lost weight and kept it off, but their lean body mass went up. And the clinical study did prove it, which is huge. So if you are a person that really needs research and validation through clinical studies, we've got them all available. If you go to isagenixhealth.net, all of those clinical studies are on that website. So the products work. Bottom line, they work. Now, we've got some people here in the room that I know want to share. They've had a powerful Isagenix transformation on the products. They're very excited about the experience they've had recently. And so I want to invite a few people up to share. The first one is Natalie. Where's Natalie at? Natalie, come on up. Hey. So say your name, where you're from. Everybody's going to go nuts.
Okay. I'm Natalie. Is it even working? I'm Natalie. I'm from Sydney. So the most thing I learned from before Isogenics was how to make appropriate underwear choices in your before photos. It's a mistake you only make once, I'll tell you that. But for me, I was someone who prior to Isogenics had done paleo, gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, vegan, like all of the diets. I wasn't a fad dieter. I was looking for that illustrious lifestyle wellness program that Erik was referring to. And so I saw a friend's abs scroll by my Facebook. Has anyone had that happen to them? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Reached out, had no idea, really trusted her, wasn't a skeptic like I hear some people sometimes are. And then overall, yes, I lost 6 kilos. Yes, I have lean muscle now. But I mean, it's 3.5 years on. I feel better than ever. I feel absolutely phenomenal. And it's just the fact that I don't have to think about it. It kind of keeps you on track. Really just keeps me focused. And my favorite thing about Isogenics is that it really suffocates people's excuses, because no matter what little niggling thing is happening in your life, it has an avenue and a way that it can solve that and help that. So I absolutely love it. Thanks so much.
That's awesome. Powerful. All right, next we have Mitchell. Where's Mitchell? Mitchell Todd. Come on up, Mitch. Good.
My name's Mitch. I'm 38 years of age. I'm from Cronulla in Sydney.
Right.
Before Isogenics, I was a pretty run-down, tired, lethargic, stressed shift worker. I had trouble with my sleep patterns. And now I have the energy to get me through the day, every day. I was introduced to Isogenics by my beautiful girlfriend, Tamara. Love you, mate. I've been using the products now for 14 months, and by geez, it's changed my life. It's amazing. Now, with my results from Isogenics, I sleep better every night. I have loads of energy. I wake up before my alarm. I don't hit the snooze button anymore. I start each day with loads of enthusiasm. And recently, August last year, I started to find my love for cycling again. And I started training using these awesome products. And I took the opportunity to have my first race in 7 years, 4 weeks ago. Not only did I finish the race, I finished on the podium in second place. Only got this much. So as you can see, and as Erik has told you and many others will, these products really do work. So trust them and use them. I strongly believe now that everybody should be totally aware of Isogenics, and anyone in this room who's been brought along tonight, not really sure whether they should use the product or not, don't be a skeptic. Get on board.
Boom, done.
So, hook up with whoever brought you here tonight, get them to sign you up, start taking the products and amplify your life. It's amazing.
Good stuff. Callista. Let's give it up for Callista. Come on up.
Hey guys, I'm Callista. I'm from Sydney.
Yeah.
Can I just get a show of hands who was a true skeptic before they started? Okay, I feel like I trump all of you guys because I really was a skeptic and probably even verge on the hater category. But I was always someone, I would consider myself really health conscious, into fitness, played sport my whole life growing up, so I didn't really see a need for Isogenics until I hit 25, 26 and I upped my partying and my body started to change and things like that. So I did start on Isogenics purely to shift a bit of weight in the beginning. And I did that, I felt amazing, got rid of the bloat, all those things. But what I love about it and why I'm up here is because I was able to swing the program. I'm now using it for energy and performance. I'm now the leanest I've ever been. But what I really love about the program is it's easy and it's maintainable and sustainable. And so for me, 4 years on, I've still been able to do that day in, day out, and I don't have to count calories and do all this prep work and things like that. So it's just the best system for someone who's on the go and just wants to feel the best every single day.
Awesome. Thank you. Get it up. Heather.
Hi, I'm Heather, 6 years ago. And 6 years ago, I was feeling overweight, unhappy, very unhappy in my own skin, and really just feeling like I was on a roller coaster to old age. And when you're feeling like that, you decide to set yourself a massive goal. So I decided to set myself a goal of climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Makes sense, doesn't it? You know, when you're feeling that bad, that's what you do. Well, luckily for me, I had this program to get on, a trainer to work with, and over an 8-month period, I got my energy back, so I was able to train every day. I dropped about 13 kilos, and I got myself to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Wow.
But you know what? The best part about my story is after that. Because, as I said, that was 6 years ago. 5 years ago, I summited Kilimanjaro. And since that time, I've maintained the same weight size. And I can proudly say now fitness, because I just ran my first half marathon. But I really, as everybody has said, I know that I can maintain this. And I feel younger than I did back then. Now, at 58 years old, I would not go a day without putting these products in my body. And I love being here with my husband and being able to travel and share this with everybody else. So for people of all ages, it's just the best thing that you could ever put in your body and the best company you could ever partner with.
So good. Talia, come on up. This side.
So humbly, this is a little different for me getting up and sharing my wealth story, because just like everyone else that shared in the room, I got started with a big brown box at my door. And like Calista said, I don't come across now, but I was massively skeptical about the program in the beginning. I radically had an incredible transformation and dropped 12.5 kilos. And naturally, what just began to happen was that I started posting photos on Facebook and just being really organic and true to my summer. I think that was 2016 at the time. And it's funny, a little bit of my story with this was I was a struggling creative and had been my entire life growing up in the entertainment industry. And for me, the whole shift with Isogenics was, like you said earlier, Eric, was finding a vehicle and a community that actually made me feel like I belonged. I was the girl at 16 that used to come home from school and not go. And a lot of us know this, Thursday, Friday, go to the supermarket or the movies and hang out. I've always been incredibly driven and super stupidly passionate about people. I found a vehicle, I guess, to give back. And I humbly want to say that I am Sydney's recent Start 1000, which is awesome. And just with my wellness, with my wealth story, it didn't happen overnight, and I always want to be really transparent. I really got to work. The moment that I saw the vision of this, I called the vision fast, and I have so many amazing people in the room tonight that I couldn't have imagined what this would have looked like 18 months ago. The products work. They're freaking amazing, and they will change your life. And the wealth side is going to change your life too. Just get to work, share, like Erik said. Everyone deserves to know about this. Living in the States for 3 years made me realise how many people need to know about this lifestyle. And coming back to Oz, we are only just getting started. We're just getting started. So, yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Talia. You're up. Thank you. All right, I think one more. We've got Joe. Come on up. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Jo, and I'm one of the many Kiwis living in Australia, living in Wollongong. And so before Isogenics, I was incredibly exhausted, so stressed out, working 60, 70 hours a week in the corporate sector. Who can relate to that? There's so many people. And so what I know now, looking back, is that all I did was work. Like, that's literally all I did. And my beautiful family, they just got what was left over. And before Ionics, which is my favourite product, that wasn't always very attractive. So luckily for me, I was introduced, like most of you, for the health. I needed to lose some weight. I was stressed, as I shared. And so my husband and I started together. He was a very skeptical personal trainer. How many personal trainers have we got in the room? Yeah, lots. Good on you guys. And we got incredible results, and we got incredible results really fast. And then what happened? Everyone said, oh my goodness. So we helped people get started. And at first we weren't doing the business, but then we came to one of these events and we saw the opportunity of network marketing. And we saw how I could actually leave the corporate world, but still have that same money and then some, and have a life. And that's exactly what we've done. For 2.5 years, we got to work. We've shared with 120 people in that time, and lots of those people have shared as well. And so now we have a team of 3,600 people around the world. And that is I'm a health professional. I love helping people, so that's what lights me up every day. But now my husband and I get to work together every day. We get to walk Ben to and from school every day, and we get to live life on our terms. Woo.
Right. Thank you. Well, those powerful stories, I mean, that is what brings everything to life. And that's what, gets me so excited every single day, being a part of this company. And we could, go on and hear the thousands of stories like what you just heard. And, again, that's what Isogenics is really all about. And as Joe and Talia said, when people start getting phenomenal results on these products, they start, whether it's losing some weight, whether it's gaining more energy, just feeling more vibrant, feeling more positive, people start to notice, and people start to ask what the heck you're doing. I mean, you think if somebody loses 40 kilos, I think people are going to start asking what the heck they're doing? Somebody starts feeling just more youthful and energetic and starts showing up differently, people are going to start to know, what the heck is going on with you? So the business of Isogenics, again, most people just start for the products, and that is awesome. But the business of Isogenics starts to kind of flow naturally when you start getting a great product experience and you actually want to go share with people that you care about. It may just start with your closest friends, your spouse, your tight-knit circle, and then start to expand out. But the reality is that Aussies, 81% either cite financial or workplace issues as their primary cause of stress. How many of you can relate to this? Yeah, I mean, people, as much as they're stressed physically, people are really stressed financially, and they're looking for additional streams of income. And by being able to help people and earn an income, it's such an awesome thing. And when this profession of network marketing, when it's done the right way, and again, some people have bad taste in their mouths about network marketing from a previous bad experience, but when this profession's done the right way with integrity, in my opinion, there's no better profession on the planet when it's done right. And you've got a product line that really, really works. And again, Isogenics' vision has always been to just fulfill the promise of this profession. Now, when you think of the word wealth, what are some of the words that come in your mind when you think of the word wealth?
Freedom.
Freedom. Abundance. Time. Travel, exactly. And contribution, being able to give back. There's a guy by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. Anybody heard of this guy? Yeah. So Robert Kiyosaki wrote the books Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He also wrote a book called Business of the 21st Century that's literally all about network marketing and how it is the business of the 21st century. 30 years ago, it was really weird to get involved in network marketing. Right now, it's starting to become the trend, especially in Oz. It's everybody's a part of network marketing now. And I think in 15, 20 years from now, it's going to be weird if you're not involved in a network marketing company. But Kiyosaki defines wealth as the number of days that you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living. So basically, if you were laid off today, if your paychecks got cut, how long could you survive on the income that's come in? And, people start mentally thinking about that. Some people it's 3 months, 3 years. Some people it's 3 hours. They feel like they can survive. But what's cool is that doing alongside of what you're already doing, you can build kind of a secondary stream of income that could meet or exceed your monthly expenses. So if something happened, if you got laid off, something happened with your job, whatever, the income that you've built through a network marketing business, through Isagenix, could meet or exceed your monthly expenses, and you would still get paid. Would that be a powerful thing? Yeah. And again, all network marketing is it's word of mouth marketing. There's a place in Bondi called Bondi Whole Foods. Anybody been there? Yeah. Me and Peter, we eat there probably 4 days a week. I mean, we are obsessed with that place. We send everybody we know there. We take people there. And Bondi Whole Foods has never once sent me a check to say thank you. And I'm okay with that because they're not a network marketing business model. But now there's a system of products that people can share with other people that they care about, that they've had great results themselves, get somebody else started, and Isagenix will send you a thank you check with some money on it. Thank you for helping somebody else get healthy. Thank you for helping somebody else, start living a more purposeful life. Would you agree that people, trust their friends and their family members and people they know more than advertising and all that stuff? So instead of all the money that most companies spend on advertising, we spend on paying all of our associates, who are the consumers, who are living and breathing the Isagenix products, and sharing with other people. Good thing? Yeah. Awesome. So I'm just going to explain quickly how this works, very quickly, in 2 minutes. So each product, and this may be over some people's head, but just bear with me. Each product has a point value attached to it. So our shake, our cleanse, our ionics, all the products we talked about has a point value attached to it. You are given 2 teams in Isagenix. How many teams? 2. You're given a left team and a right team. Okay? And all you're doing when you're building an Isagenix business is you're building a network of people that are consuming the Isagenix product, that are excited about these products, they're putting these products in their body every single day. So each product has a point value attached to it. Again, you've got 2 teams. As soon as you get somebody started and you start accumulating points in both of your teams, as soon as you accumulate 300 points on one side, how many points? 300 on one side, and 600, how many? 600 on the other side, you earn what's called a cycle. And a cycle is equal to $54. Now, when I first heard that did not impress me that much. I was like, okay, all these points are accumulating. I'm getting people started, 600, 300 for $54. I just want to show you how powerful this can be over time. Now, there's other bonuses in Isagenix that you can earn just by getting somebody started on our premium pack, which is our most popular recommended pack here in Australia. You get a one-time bonus for getting somebody started with that pack. But I just want to go into the residual aspect, the 300, 600 cycle model. And I just want to show you how powerful this can be over time. So let's say I get started. I get really excited, start experiencing greater results. I just put on 10 kilos of lean muscle mass, more energy, more vibrancy, feeling good. And I go over to Alicia and I say, Alicia, I am feeling better than I've ever felt in my life. I've got my 8-pack abs. I can rip my shirt off. Yeah, that's it. Started with Isagenix products. Would you like to get started? Okay, so Alicia stands up. Okay, so I've got one person on my left team, okay? Then I go over to Neil, and I do the exact same thing. Maybe I'm not going to rip my shirt off for Neil, but I go over to Neil and say the same thing to him. Neil's ready to get started. So I get Alicia and I get Neil started on the Isagenix products, okay? Now, Alicia and Neil, they get a great product experience, and they get excited, and they go share with 2 people. So just ask 2 people to stand up. Okay? Okay, perfect. Now, you 2, you turn around and go find 2 people. You go get excited and find 2 people.
You too.
Okay? Come on, you guys are quicker than this in Australia. Okay, now turn around and find 2. So everybody that stands up, turn around and find 2. You don't have to come to the front. You can stay in your seats. Go find 2. Say it now. The two that just stood, go find two. Go find two. Turn around, find two. Turn around and 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 find two. So when you stand up, just turn around and find two. My left team's catching on more than my right team here. Turn around and find two. Come on, don't get stingy. Okay, so everybody should be standing up. Okay, so here's the deal. I know Neil and I know Alicia. I don't know anybody else here, but because I got excited, went out and told two people, who then went out and told two people who got them started, who then went out and told two people who got started. This is a network of people that are now consuming the product every single day. Every time 300 pumps through and 600 pumps through, boom. All of those points flow up and I get paid. Okay? Everybody put your hand up like this. And go cha-ching. Okay. All right, you can sit. Now, that's like a perfect world example. And what you put into this is what you're going to get out of it. This in no way is a get-rich-quick scheme at all. This requires effort. It requires work. This does not happen overnight. Just like anything else. What you put into it, what you're going to get out of it. If you spend some time on this, treat it like a hobby, maybe, work it a couple hours a week, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And that is freaking awesome. Because there are so many people out there that need an extra $100, $200, $500 extra a month. I mean, how many of you would just like to get your products paid for? That'd be sweet. Okay? But some people decide, they make a decision that they want to build like a financial wall around their family for generations to come that nobody can tear down, and they go to work, and they go to work hard, and they work this like their life depends on it. And it's got the potential to pay you like a major, huge business without any of the risk. So much of starting how many of you have started your own traditional business? Just shout out some numbers of the investment that it took to start your business. $6,000? 50 grand, 80 grand,
100 grand,
500,000 to start your business. So literally in Isagenix, to start your business, your investment and your risk is eating your product every single month. Okay? Isagenix takes care of all of the infrastructure. Our home office, that building that I showed with those 850 employees, they take care of all the customer service. They take care of the legal team. They take care of the finance team. They take care of the logistics, shipping your products out. They take care of the IT infrastructure. We've got 130 people in IT. They do all of that so that you don't have to spend your time and energy focusing all that. All you have to do is take the products, get excited about the products, and if you choose to, go out and share with passion with people that you care about. That's all you have to do to build an Isagenix business. You don't have to worry about all the risk that it comes with starting a traditional business and hiring and firing employees and doing all this stuff. So, I mean, network marketing is like the truest form of entrepreneurship with no risk. I mean, it's amazing. And again, when it's done the right way with integrity, I feel like it's one of the best professions on the planet. But it's all about the company that you choose to align yourself with. And I strongly feel that, fortunately for all of you, you found the absolute best company on the planet to partner with. How many of you are it's going to be around for generations to come. This is not some company that shoots up and shoots down. I mean, this is a company that we want to be around for future generations. And that's one of the biggest responsibilities I feel like I have, is to help carry on the torch of Isagenix for future generations. So normally there is a $29 membership fee to get started with Isagenix. It's kind of like opening up kind of like a wholesale account with Isagenix, and then you are able to purchase your products at wholesale prices. But we've actually got a little promotion going on through the end of the week where we are waiving that $29 membership fee through the end of the week. And again, the best way, in my opinion, to get started is the premium pack. The person that invited you here tonight can help get you started. And I would encourage you to just, talk to that person. They can help direct you to what solution you may best fit into, whether it be weight wellness, whether it be healthy aging, could be energy, could be performance. We've got kind of different packs and solutions synergistically designed to meet those different solutions. So, can all the guests just raise their hands? Okay. And just real quick, just turn to the person who brought you and say, "You're not as crazy as I thought you were." Okay. You're dragged here tonight. I hope it wasn't too painful. Now, I know it's getting late. I'm gonna bring up Foxy. I know we've maybe got time for a few questions, so I'm gonna please help me welcome back to the stage Steve Foxwell, the Director of Sales for Australia, New Zealand.
Well, let's give it up for Mr. Erik Coover. So, if you don't mind, while we've got you in town, this bad boy leaves to go back to the USA on Thursday, which is kind of sad because we love having him down here. But if you've just got a couple more minutes, just to take a couple of questions. But before we do that, I'd love to get a big epic Sydney shot because I want to post it and make everybody else jealous across Australia and New Zealand.
Can we take it on my phone?
So I'll stand up here at the back and you can be.
All right, everybody stand up. We can need some
in
energy.
The crowd.
Should everybody stand?
Yeah, you have to bring some energy, some Sydney energy, all right? So time on 3. Right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I might do one with a flash. Because the house
that was a warm-up.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's do it again. Oh, it still didn't do it. All right, here we go.
Can we turn those lights off? Or
here we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Right, I think I got it. So, Erik, thank you so much for kind of
That's awesome.
sharing. I'm going to let you sit down for a second, Diego. You can sit on the red throne. He's the prince of isogenics, after all. So, Erik, can you maybe just share with us a little bit about where isogenics is going in the future? I'm lucky enough to get to spend some time with you on a daily basis, but just to share with some of our guests and our existing associates the vision of where isogenics may be going in the next 5, 10 years.
Awesome. Well, we have kind of honed in on 4 key initiatives for the next few years. One is to simplify and enhance our customer experience, which I think is paramount. People now, I know Amazon's just kind of catching on Amazon isn't quite here yet, is it? Or is it? It is. It's kind of here. It's so big in the US, it's just crazy. But people are, they're wanting that simplified and enhanced customer experience. So that's one. Strengthen global performance is another one. Innovation is absolutely another one. And then also building a world-class infrastructure and alignment that's going to support our long-term growth. But I really feel like, again, for the last 16 years, we've been kind of just building the foundation of isogenics. And it's kind of like we've spent the last 16 years getting ready for what's about to happen now. And I think that we're investing millions of dollars into our IT infrastructure, to our customer experience that's going to help lead us into the future. But I really feel like, in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to become a household name. It's going to happen. And that's the thing that I would stress tonight is that people are going to hear about isogenics. Your neighbors are going to hear about it, your family members are going to hear about it, your friends are going to hear about it. But the question is, are they going to hear about it from you, or are they going to hear about it from somebody else? Because the bottom line, they're going to hear about it regardless. And, in 5 or 10 years, when people think about going and purchasing a phone or a tablet or whatever, they're probably still going to be turning to Apple. They're going to be turning to Samsung. When people start jumping on an airline in Oz, they're going to probably still be thinking about Qantas. When people start, thinking about wearing a pair of shoes or athletic gear or whatever, probably still going to be turning to Nike. But in 5 or 10 years, when people start thinking about living a more healthy life, start thinking about living a life around holistic wellness and living a more purposeful life, they're going to turn to Isogenics because of what we are building here together. 100%. So anytime you have any stuff come up about sharing the gift of Isogenics, because we all have stuff. It's like for some reason we're scared to share with people. What are they going to think? We just can't let our own stuff in our head and the crazy negative chatter get in the way of this helping somebody else. We just can't let that happen. And so that's what I would say, is that we just got to get over our stuff and go share this with passion, because people, again, are going to hear about Isogenics whether you tell them about it or somebody else tells them about it. And the worst feeling ever is when one of your best friends comes up to you and is like, oh my gosh, I just started with Isogenics and all this other person just got me started. And you're like, no. Because you let your own stuff get in the way of sharing it with this person. Because they're going to hear about it from somebody else. So anyway.
Happens all the time, right? So, Erik, can you do the thing that we were speaking about, my passion that bugs me every single day? Can you allude a little bit about where that's going and how Isogenics is at the forefront of our kind of global footprint?
Yeah, so one thing that I've become really passionate about, really probably in the last 2 or 3 years, is the environment. Yeah, and the impact that companies around the world are having on the environment. And I mean, all it takes is to watch a few documentaries or, watch to see what's happening and how badly human beings are polluting the earth. And I feel like we have not only a responsibility, but a moral obligation to the planet. And now that I've got a 9-month-old, I want, little soul to grow up in a world where she can enjoy, Mother Nature and the planet like we get to enjoy it today. But, we see how we're polluting our oceans and, just things ending up in landfills, all that stuff, CO2 emissions. We are undergoing a massive process right now, and it's been happening for the last 18 months for our commitment to sustainability. Because I feel like if people aren't making sustainability and focusing on their global footprint in the next 10 years, if they're not talking about it and really making it like a staple of everything that they do, they're not going to be here in 10 years. Because the consumers are going to demand that all of the companies out there really do something about it. And so, as a result, we've actually launched something. We actually launched it at our office in Arizona, and we spread it out across our headquarters globally. An initiative called Green Today for Tomorrow. And we started, because sustainability, it's like a never-ending journey, and it's easy to get frustrated quickly because you just start to realize what an impact that every little decision we make is having on the earth. But we felt like if we can take some small steps right now, and we started by, at our home office, we were purchasing about 25,000 bottles of water every single year at our office, just to, for our employees. What we did was we eliminated every single bottled water in our office, and we gave everybody a reusable thermos that they could use, hot and cold beverage thermos. So we're no longer purchasing any bottled water at our home offices. And so that was an awesome step. We encouraged everybody to start hosting paperless meetings. We've cut our paper usage by about 40%, which equates to about 150,000 pieces of paper reduction per month that we were printing, which has been a massive improvement. But we know that one of the huge opportunities that we have is with our packaging. And I'm so excited to announce, literally in like a couple weeks, we're planning on announcing this like probably about 2 or 3 days before Earth Day. Earth Day is April 22nd. We're probably going to announce it around the 18th or 19th. But we have a very, very, very big announcement coming that I think everybody's going to be so happy about with one of our top-selling products, our shake. And we have about we sell about 5 million canisters of shake every single year. And so but our shakes, the canisters are recyclable. Now we have an initiative coming out in 2 weeks that I'm not going to spoil it tonight, but it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible.
You may as well.
So, yeah, it'll be worth the wait. Now we're starting with our top seller, our shake, because that's the one that's having the biggest impact on the environment, because that's the one we sell the most of. And so again, it is recyclable, but we're going to have something that's going to make it even better, which again we'll be revealing in a couple weeks. We're going to start with our top seller, and then we're going to start implementing it into many of our other Isogenics products. But this stuff, when you're a big company, it takes a lot of time. We've spent literally the last 12 to 18 months, shipping this new material that we're working with on. You gotta ship it on boats. You gotta air freight it to make sure the product doesn't react a certain way. We gotta identify suppliers that can meet our demands. I mean, we're a big company now, and a lot of packaging right now. There's so many great suppliers of all this environmentally eco packaging, but there's not a whole lot of companies that could meet the demands of Isogenics because we're such a huge company. They just don't have the capacity. And so, but we found some suppliers that can with this certain initiative. But it's going to be a huge long-term goal for us, and we're going to be sharing some of those goals closer to Earth Day and also at our global celebration in Nashville. But just know that over the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to be seeing some, really in the next 2 weeks, but over the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to be seeing some major improvements with our packaging, because it's just where we have to go. So that's sharing as much as I can without spilling the beans.
Well, Erik, I know I'm so excited for it. I know it's like on the tip of your tongue.
I know.
To say it, but my gosh, I watched.
It's honestly, it's probably the project that I'm most excited about, because it's just such a huge thing, and there's just not enough companies. There's so many great companies that are doing it, but we need Isogenics to be a global ambassador of how companies should perform in the arena of sustainability. And again, it's a never-ending journey of continuous improvement. Again, you can get frustrated quickly thinking about all the ways that we are polluting the environment, but we feel like if we were to focus on one thing, again, we're focusing on our shake, and then we're going to be continuing to roll out some more stuff with our packaging for years to come. It's going to be awesome. So,
love it.
Excited about it.
You're going to hear about this on the way home when we drive back tonight, but as you know, I'm a massive ocean surfer. I love it, and just over the last few years, seeing the level of plastic that is in our ocean in Bondi, even there's plastic bags all the time, and coffee cups, and it's getting worse and worse. And for those of you who've never watched the documentary, it's on Netflix, so you can get it for free. Watch A Plastic Ocean, and it will show you the magnitude of the impact the human race is really having on our oceans. So what we're doing at Isogenics is just so exciting, and I can't wait for it. So yeah, good one, Erik.
Awesome.
So Tommy, mate, I know you had a quick question for Erik as well, didn't you?
Yes.
So I'm just going to chuck the mic over.
My name is Thomas, I'm from Sydney. We were talking about IT before, and one of the things that excites me the most is the IsoLife app. And
Yeah.
obviously, it's a brilliant tool to support our new cleanses, and you can order through, you can modify your authorship and order new products there. Where do you see that going in the future?
Love it. Great question. How many of you have downloaded the IsaLife app?
Yes.
Okay, if you haven't downloaded, please download the IsaLife app. It's available in the App Store, the Google Play Store. It's free if you're an Isagenix customer. All you need is your username and password. And it literally gives you the ability to kind of walk through an entire Isagenix system and track all your macros, your calories, how to do a shake day, how to do a cleanse day, a product overview. And it allows you to communicate with all of your personally enrolled people that you're bringing into Isagenix all in one spot. And so one of the things that I know I've lost sleep over in the past is how many people are joining the Isagenix family literally today, but they may not be with us in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days simply because they didn't feel supported. Maybe they opened the box and they were confused. They didn't have somebody coaching them through it. So that was the main goal of this IsaLife app, is that no matter what, everybody would feel coached, know how to do the program with simplicity. But in the future, and we're going to hopefully be launching this at Celebration in Nashville, but what we launched just in the last couple months, this was just the little sliver of where this IsaLife app is going for the future. I mean, we started with our weight wellness category. It allows people to be coached through the weight wellness category, but soon we're going to be getting into IsaBody. You're going to be able to, do all your IsaBody stuff through it. You're going to be able to do like your optimal living program or your maintenance through the IsaLife app. But imagine being able to be in a conversation with somebody and they're sitting there going, I'm ready to get started with Isagenix. And you say, how do I get started? Well, what's your phone number? Let me text you a pre-configured pack that I've created specifically for you, and all they have to do is click on the link. It pops up with their pre-configured Isagenix pack that you've created for them. All that they're going to have to do is enter their username, password, shipping address, and credit card information, and press submit order, and you've enrolled that person in less than 60 seconds. That would dramatically simplify and enhance the customer experience. So, and imagine being able to have 8 or 9 or 10 pre-configured packs that you've done in your own back office that you can instantly have on your fingertips to shoot out to people who are ready to get started. Because our sign-up process right now, people getting started, it's a little arduous. I mean, people have to go in, and one of the most time-consuming things is just configuring your pack. Do I want packets? Do I want canister? What flavors do I want? So imagine being able to pre-configure it for people, sending it to them, and they can go in and edit stuff if they want to, but the heavy lifting will be done. And our goal, we've tasked our team, we need to have people do this in less than 60 seconds. So we are hoping that we're going to get that done by Nashville Celebration, which will be a huge, huge step. But again, this is just a little taste of what's coming, and we want to build a culture of literally every single event. People can't wait to see the latest update of the IsaLife app. Similar to what people experience with our products. People can't wait to see what new products are launched. We need to go there with mobile technology as well. So we're getting there. Yeah.
Thanks, Erik. Actually, we'll just do one more and then we'll call it a night, because I know we've got people who've driven far tonight. But Suzanne, I know you had a question as well.
Hi, Erik. I'm Suzanne. I'm from Sydney and London. Oh my gosh, I just sat here and fell even more in love with this company than I thought it was possible to do. I am just so in love with it. But talking about, just go back onto what you're talking about for the future, I'm going to ask my question, but I remember hearing an Indigenous elder talking about how for the future we must not think about the next generation, we must think about the 7 generations ahead. And that's what I see you doing, which is so exciting. Thank you. Thank you. So my question is, and I'm sure many people are busting about this, is to know where we're going with global expansion. I know you can't tell everything, but can you just give us a little, please?
Okay, I will say a few markets that are definitely on our radar. I'm not going to give you any time frames. Obviously, we've announced Belgium and Spain, without a doubt. A lot of our focus in the next 3 to 5 years is going to be continuing to open up in Europe, for sure. So we started, obviously, in the UK, which was probably the most successful country launch that we've had in Isagenix history. In the UK, we're doing extremely well there right now. We're just opened up in also the Netherlands, Ireland, Belgium and Spain. I would say that Germany is definitely on our radar, which is going to be very exciting. But if there's a country got to do it right in the first time, it is Germany. The Germans are it's got to be right. And you talk about sustainable packaging, I mean, they won't tolerate anything less. So I would say Germany is on our radar. I will also say that Korea is definitely coming in the near future, which has the potential to be a major market in Isagenix. So, but I would say over the next 3 to 5 years that Europe will be the primary focus of a lot of our international expansion, and also we're definitely going to be doing some stuff with Korea in the near future. We'll start planting some seeds.
Yeah, big Korean market in Sydney, by the way. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
look, guys, thank you so much for coming out, and Ed, Erik, we can't thank you enough for spending your time here in Sydney and just really sharing with everybody tonight. We're so blessed to have you. It's such a special occasion. So, man, I love you like a brother. But before we go, can I just get some shout-outs, some one-word shout-outs that you absolutely love about Erik? Because I think that's the best way that we can identify this guy. So, fun, yes.
His energy.
His energy, yes.
It's the e-shot.
He's so passionate, yes. One sexy, yeah. One at a time. His vibe, yeah. He's got such a cool vibe. Yeah, real, genuine.
Generosity.
Happy. Awesome leader, yes. Inspiring. Legacy. Warm and inviting, yes. Love, yes. Knowledge, awesome. Some cool stuff there. So Erik, man, I think from all of us in Sydney, we just want to say a big thank you.